Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're doing something a bit different, maybe even a little bizarre. We're digging into William Boericke's homeopathic Materia Medica.
Ah, yes, a classic text.
Exactly. And we're focusing on one remedy in particular, Asturias Rubens. That's the red starfish.
The red starfish, right. Not your typical medicinal source, perhaps.
Not at all. So our mission here is to unpack the claims made about it.
Yeah.
Some are incredibly specific, some, frankly, astonishing. It tells us a lot about that era of medicine.
Absolutely. And it's important, as we go through this, to remember we're looking at it historically, impartially.
Right.
It's a different framework,
Yeah.
Pre-scientific, highly observational. We're exploring the claims as they were written down back then.
Okay, so let's get into it. Boericke links Asturias Rubens to something called psychotic diathesis.
Which was their term for a sort of flabby, lymphatic constitution, a certain body type and predisposition.
Right, and also for nervous disturbances, things like neuralgia, that sharp nerve pain, chorea.
Those involuntary movements.
Yeah, and hysteria, which was, well, pretty broad category back
The
then.
very broad term, yes.
But here's where it gets really surprising. It's claimed to have an unquestioned influence over cancer disease.
And specifically breast cancer.
Exactly, cancer of the breast, even in ulcerative stage. I mean, for a starfish remedy, that's quite something, isn't it?
It really is. It showed you the sheer scope they attributed to a single substance. It wasn't just about one symptom.
Yeah, it covered constitution, nervous issues, serious pathology like cancer, even excitement in both sexes is mentioned.
Which, again, points to this idea of matching a remedy to the entire patient picture, physical, mental, emotional. It's a fascinating contrast to how we often approach things today.
And the level of detail in the symptoms is just incredible. Take the head symptoms.
Yeah.
A feeling of heat, as if surrounded by hot air.
Wow, imagine trying to describe that sensation accurately.
Right. And then there's a mental symptom listed. Inability to bear contradiction. It wasn't just physical.
No, absolutely not. That's key to their philosophy. Temperament, mental state, these weren't side notes. They were crucial diagnostic points. That irritability, that specific heat sensation.
They were trying to build a unique profile.
Precisely. They believed those unique, sometimes peculiar sensations were the signposts pointing to the right remedy, like Asturias Rubens for a certain type of person.
Okay, let's talk about the female and chest symptoms, because they're even more vivid. It says breasts swell and pain, specifically worse left.
That laterality is often important in these texts.
And this one really stands out. The left breast feels as if pulled inward, with pain apparently shooting down the inner arm to the little finger.
That's incredibly specific. You can almost picture someone trying to articulate that exact feeling.
Yeah. And for the breast cancer cases it mentions, it details ulceration with sharp pains piercing to scapulae, the shoulder blades,
Piercing right through.
and axillary glands swollen, hard, and knotted, the armpit lymph nodes.
It's like a snapshot, isn't it? A very detailed snapshot of a patient's subjective experience. They were trying to capture these intricate symptom pictures to find that perfect match.
It really makes you think about what constitutes medical observation.
It does. What can we actually learn from this kind of meticulous, if non-scientific, observation today? It's a good question.
And there's more an unsteady gait, muscles not doing what you want them to, even stool specifics.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, like constipation, like olives, or the opposite.
Yep.
Diarrhea, watery brown, gushing out and jet, very graphic.
Very descriptive.
Plus skin issues, acne, psoriasis, herpes, zoster shingles, often, again, worse left arm and chest. That left-sidedness keeps popping up.
And then you have the modalities.
Right, the things that make symptoms worse.
Exactly. Things like coffee, nighttime, cold, damp weather, and as you said, the left side dominance. They also listed antidotes and incompatibilities, other substances that might interfere or shouldn't be used alongside it.
It shows this really complex web they were mapping out for each remedy.
It does. It paints a picture of a substance within a whole system of relationships.
So wrapping this up, our deep dive into Asturias Rubens really highlights the, well, surprising claims and the incredible observational detail in these old Materia Medica texts. From body types to cancer, from odd sensations to specific pains.
It's a fascinating window into a different way of thinking about illness and treatment.
Definitely.
It really makes you ponder. How do these kinds of detailed, sometimes vivid, sometimes just plain strange historical descriptions shape how we think about observation itself? Not just in medicine, but anywhere we try to categorize human experience. Does looking at something like this challenge our own ideas about what makes an observation valid, or what a truly complete picture even looks like? Something to think about.